What's up, everybody? Welcome to Evolution to Recoveries podcast. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you haven't, tell people about it. Let them know. We got a good show here. We're trying to do something different than everybody else is doing on YouTube right now. We're trying to bring awareness that people can actually have a life after being sober, do productive stuff, and get their life back in order. Today, we got Kevin Klock, and that's how we do it. We're here with him. Uh, he's from South Philly. I met him about, being sober. And, so what's up, Kev? I mean, I'm not going to tell a story. I'll let him tell. We got a lot of questions asked, a lot of things to talk about, and Kevin can talk. He's a good, he got a good story. So, further ado, we give you Kevin Klock.
What's going on, everybody?
All right. How you feel about being on here?
Good. A little different.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. Never done nothing like this before.
It ain't every day that you wake up and you're like, yo, I'm going to be on YouTube for the rest of my life. Because that's what's going to happen, though.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know what I mean? Yo, watch that. Your elbow on that green screen like that.
I tried to move up a little bit before I touched it.
See, that's how real we are. We just put the background there so it's a little easy on your eyes. But we're letting you know there's a green screen there. You know what I mean? But when you see them pesos go up and we're in a real joint, you know what I'm saying? You're going to know that shit too, because I'm going to blast it out there on the YouTube channel. Trust me. But yeah, Kevin's elbow, and he's doing a Dougie over here fucking with the green screen. You know what I mean? You know why I'm knocking it down? Shit'll be all screwed up. We'll have to retake it. Like my nose bleeding that one time. Terrible, you know what I mean? And then I did Nas's joint in 5 seconds. I was like, "Say, how you doing?" He was like, "Well, I grew up in South Philly, went to school. Yeah, dude, got on drugs, got to rehab, got back, and boom, I'm here now." I'm like, "All right, done. That's a wrap." But we had to slow it down. But yeah, so it ain't every day though that you wake up and you're like, it's icy out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? How you feel about that though?
I'm being good.
No, straight up. I'm saying no, but really the reason why I say it like that though, it is funny though. I'm just clowning around a little bit. People know me, but you're doing this because I asked you to be on here though.
Yeah.
But you're not doing it just because I asked you to be on it. You know what the show's about. You know what it stands for. So to come out in the ice, you got kids.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, I do like and respect what you do with the show, because I mean, before I did know anything about recovery, I didn't understand it. I thought it was more like bullshit and people lying and boring. I thought it was boring. I didn't think you could have fun, have friends. What would you do with your friends? So just even people being up to see that you do go out with people, you can have fun. You do get to do different things. I like to show that to people, because I wish I could have saw that more myself earlier.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing.
You would have probably saved yourself some trouble.
Yeah, a lot of trouble.
I mean? We got a globe here.
Yeah, I know. I would like to go everywhere on it.
Everywhere?
Everywhere.
I mean, there's some shitty places in the world.
Well, not country-wise.
Serious question that I've been thinking about since I've been sitting here and you were talking about how much you love recovery now. Hey, what color is your beard?
Red.
Yeah, has it always been like that your whole life?
Yeah.
You're a red-haired kid.
No.
What do you mean?
My beard.
Oh, just your beard's red.
Stop right here.
Oh, and then what's
the rest of it's all brown.
Wait, you were about to show everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, so you got brown hair with a red beard?
Yeah.
And it's been like that since you've been in the grew hair? Ever?
Yeah.
All right. Quick fun fact, though, he has a red beard and brown hair. I mean, but I'm just fucking around, dude. I said the globe, and then his beard's red, his hair is brown. I'm shot out, dude. You know what I mean? No, I think it's good, dude. I met you on Broad Street across at Starbucks. In the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
I like when, you know what I noticed though, even you, you're like this though, because I watch everybody. You know what I mean? I watch everything around me. Obviously, I'm goofy like that, but people are they go to what they know. So you're going to meetings, you already know people. You're from South Philly. Me, you don't know though at this time, and you meet, and you're like, yo, what's up, dude? And then that's it. You don't know. You're like me. If I don't know the person, I don't try to breathe down their neck. And once I get to know you, I'll start asking you all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
People will think what's this dude? I say newsy. What do you say, nosy?
No, newsy.
Newsy or nosy? I thought it was newsy. Yeah, nosy. I thought it was newsy because it's news.
I thought that too. My grandma says newsy.
Yeah, well, I say, what do you say, engine or engine? Engine or
Engine.
engine?
Engine.
I say engine. Like fire engine?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
engine.
Yeah. Well, dude, I ain't growing up with the best speech guidance. So
I see.
you went to school?
Yeah, I went to school.
Yeah, I think everybody did, right? At least at one point in time. Yo, did you go to school? Like, nah, I grew up in a third world country. I never been to school, but so you, yeah, you went to school though. You went to school.
Yeah.
You learned your ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Me,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all right. So anyway, so you're from South Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up in South Philly?
So I grew up down Fifth Street, on Fifth and Porter. I grew up between from Fifth and Porter and Third and Porter. Both
Yeah.
my mom's from Fifth, my dad's from Third.
Yeah.
So I grew up like splitting time between both of them houses.
But when you were little, were they together?
No, they were never together. They
Fifth
were
and
together, but
Fifth and Porter is rough.
yeah. I mean, it was different too at that time.
Third and Porter too is rough.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I bought a house down on Second and Porter.
I actually liked it down there.
Nah, Tony's meat market.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tony.
Yeah.
Old man Tony. I used to sit in there and talk to him for 45 minutes every morning.
I've always went there.
What,
Tony
Tony's?
used to always had the best, like hoagies and all.
Yeah.
They were cheap.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, it
not
was
real
good.
expensive either. Now,
No.
I mean, times,
Yeah, he's a neighborhood store though. That's why I like going.
he still works in there.
Yeah.
Now his kid's in there though with him all a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
That's good. I like that. I like stuff like that. I
Yeah.
like keeping everything in the family and keeping it tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you were real little, like, do you have brothers and sisters?
I do now.
What?
I was an only child.
How are you the oldest kid?
Yeah, by a lot. When I was born, my mom was 16. My dad was like 18, 19. And
how old are you?
I'm 31 now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. And
Damn.
yeah, my oldest youngest sister is I think she just turned 21, and then I got I think she's 13, just turned 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what, did your parents split when you were real little?
Yeah, I think they split before I was even born.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's a direct violation. If they had to hear that. That's a goddamn direct violation that the camera guy behind the camera got caught looking at YouTube. So he ain't interested in what we're doing today, obviously.
I got a video set.
I ain't trying to hear that shit. You got a video. Mm-hmm. Anyway, to interrupt you like that, dude. This kid got nerve. You don't know who you are? You don't know who you are? Anyway, you know what I mean? Kevin Klock. It's Calvin Klein backwards. That's why he wears the I'm full of shit. That is
actually a K.
No, I know, but I'm just bullshitting. But so what? They broke up even before, like so your mom got pregnant. Your mom got pregnant with you, and what, your parents like split before you were even born?
I think so. I'll be honest. I never asked. I never really from when I was a baby. I'm pretty sure my dad was a drug addict.
Really?
So
yeah, but like when you were a little kid, though, you weren't living with. You were living with who? Your mom?
Well, mainly
like baby, like say like 3, 4. Who were you living with?
both my mom and my dad both lived each with their moms.
Oh, gotcha. Because
Yeah,
they were young. They were young.
They were so young.
I got you. They were kids having kids.
Yeah, I lived with.
They were like me having
my
kids.
grandparents.
Yeah. So they were like me. Yeah, I don't know what other way to put it. Like basically, like had a kid when I was a kid and didn't know how to take care of a kid.
And my mom got pictures of me being a baby in her Goretti uniform. Yeah, like feeding me before she went to school and all.
And that's when Newman Goretti was up at 30, like up that way.
Yeah, they were separate schools at that point.
Okay.
Because it used to be just Newman and just Goretti.
Gotcha.
Newman was up 30th Street and Goretti was on 12th.
Oh, and then they merged the schools at 12th Street.
Yeah.
That's where my son went, to the one on 12th Street.
That's where I went.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the TJ went there.
Yeah, we all went.
The whole neighborhood went there. To that one though, like the kids that not kids, dude.
Everybody
Listen,
our
I ain't
generation.
that fucking old, motherfucker.
You're up there.
You know what I got told? I curse too much. I do.
Oh, I do.
Not me too. I can't help it though, but that don't make me a bad person. Just because somebody curses, it just means that when they should be using like more intelligent words, like people like me and I guess you, because you just said you curse a lot, we go to like what we know and our vocabulary, you know, and that's bad news.
Well, they've done studies on it that people who curse more are more intelligent.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. But
And I completely agree. That's what I've been telling everybody all this time. Yo, that's exactly what they're like. Yo, you should have done. Dude,
yeah,
I'm intelligent. I don't want to waste my brain cells on thinking of something good when I could be thinking of the master plan like this right now. So all right, so dude, you're living with your grandparents,
Yeah.
basically. What are you going back and forth at this time when you're a little kid? Like they
Yeah.
both want to spend time with you, I imagine. And
yeah. Well,
it was at 5th Street and 3rd Street, so
yeah,
it wasn't hard.
it was
right?
so close that and it was even closer to 4th, so it was really only like a block away from each other. And at that point, my dad was still around and all, and I'd spend a lot of time with him because I was a boy, and he would bring me into the schoolyard. He would hang on 5th and Porter in the schoolyard, so I would just be in the schoolyard all day with him.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just a lot of time going back and forth.
So you'd be running around in the schoolyard and your dad be doing what he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a
cool.
ton of them at that. That was back in the day when it was. Everybody would just be on the corner.
People knew how to have fun.
Out. Yeah.
Like just communicate, talk to each
just
other.
Hang out.
Now, if there was a schoolyard full of people, like just on a normal note,
yeah,
everybody would be like us.
Yeah. Yeah. There was no cell phones at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
There were cell phones.
No, I don't think so. 30 years ago.
How old are you?
31.
Oh, you were in there. You're saying, yeah, but I mean, 20 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Like 20 years ago is when phone. 20, like probably 5 years ago is when phones started coming out. Like they had the Nextel and shit like that.
All right. Well, then
you know, whatever.
Well,
but anyway, nobody was worrying about that shit. They had OAL.
Yeah.
They had OAL, American Online, MySpace.
AOL.
What did I say?
OAL.
Whatever it is, dude. Who's listening to the details? It's not like we're on YouTube or nothing. It's not like, what did I say? OAL? Yeah, AOL. Nah, you know, yeah, but anyway, but that's fucking hilarious. That's great, good shit right there. But yeah, so they have MySpace.
Yeah.
True story. You want to hear a crazy story?
Yeah.
And this is nuts. Everywhere when I was a kid, right? Like I would meet somebody and I would go somewhere,
mm-hmm.
and I'd wind up moving to that area. Craziest thing in life. I'm not even kidding either. Like when I would go to that area, it wouldn't be a matter of time until I was living there.
Yeah.
Somehow. So when I was a kid, like I went up there, like up near like G and Madison, because I'm from Kensington.
Yeah.
And I wind up moving from like North Philly down to that way, and then, you know, then I met this dude from Port Richmond, you know, whatever, moved up like that way. Then I met these people from up in the Northeast. I wound up moving up near Wissonoman Park, like crazy shit. That was that. Then so I go to treatment, and damn, where this dude Joe, he's from down here. I don't want to say his last name though, because whatever, he might not want to be whatever. Yeah. But anyway, I'm in treatment with him. The dude Joe Tesoro. You probably know him, right? You know who he is?
I think
Tesoro. He's from down there.
Yeah,
where you from?
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, he does like flooring and shit like that. I don't know if he's live anymore, but whatever. But I was in rehab with him, and I get out and I go to meet him, and back then, dude, I only had enough change where the phone ate all my quarters. So I'm standing at Oregon Diner trying to meet with him. I think I see him coming out one of them little side streets where the lawns are and shit. And dude, I couldn't get a hold of him. So I had to go all the way back up my way. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. So that was that. Then I'm using, and I go to 2nd in Oregon to meet this girl from America Online. Listen to this crazy ass story. She's like, oh, yo, I got all these Xanax. This story's getting a little dumb. I think I talked myself into a bad luck and shit on YouTube. But anyway, I go meet her. I grab him, and I get in the car, and my buddy I'm blaming it on my buddy. My buddy takes off, dude, and beats her for like all these Xanax. Years later, I wind up moving to fucking 2nd Street, dude. I never been to South Philly a day in my life, dude. I wind up,
It's crazy how it works.
But there's a long story. But I wind up going, I go to jail. I get out of jail. This is a long time before I go to jail. I get out of jail. I meet my ex-wife at the time. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I moved down to South Philly, and then I'm right in this area, and I ain't never left. And that's weird. Like that's weird.
It's crazy.
So I did take a trip to Florida many times now. So maybe I'll get lucky in the story I've got. You know what I mean?
I love Florida.
I don't know. I mean, I'm
I'll be honest.
conflicted about the Florida thing, but it gets hot as shit, and
Yeah.
it can be boring if there ain't nothing to do. You just sit around,
yeah.
really. I mean, but people are into sitting around. I'm not.
Yeah. No.
I'm an antsy dude. So anyway,
Yeah.
all right, dude. So yeah, I don't know if the story was exciting enough for you, but hopefully it fucking was. But yeah, my buddy beat the girl. Why are you looking at me like I'm bullshitting though? Like I beat her. I
I'm
didn't
not
beat her.
looking at you like
but
that.
look, you got that one look. Like in your one eye, it looks like he's bullshitting. The other eye looks like, you could be telling the truth. You're a good dude like that. Like your eyes can tell a different story at the same time. Like not like you're like crazy eyes from like grown ups or nothing like that. Not like you know what I mean? Like yo, no, I'm just saying nah. But you know what I'm saying? But try to make the people laugh a little bit up in this. What are you leaving your fucking trash around? This is what I'm saying about this shit. When we bring people there, just don't have no respect. Kev, so listen, all right. So you're there, you're in the schoolyard. So pretty much you came from a broken household, but your grandparents were the ones that were trying to keep you in order.
Yeah.
Who paid for your schooling to go to like? So what Catholic school did you go to when you were a little kid? Did you or did you go to?
Yeah,
public?
I went to Mount Carmel.
What one's that? Where's that at?
That's on 3rd and Wolf. That's down that way. And then
Yeah. I know
I went there for they used to have this, I don't know, it was weird how they did it. They only did it to like 3rd grade. And once you passed 3rd grade, you would leave this little school and go to like the bigger school that was on 4th and Chunk.
Okay.
I think it's the old age home now.
Okay.
But that used to be the
Yeah,
that used to be Mount Carmel's big school. That was
right, like where Murphy Rack is.
Exactly,
right there.
right across the street from it was the bigger school.
Okay.
And before I went there, my mom moved, and I ended up going to St. Richard's.
Now St. Richard's is
18 to Pollock.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
So people like their kids going there. That's the good one, right?
Yeah, it's
That's
a good
like
one.
everybody wants to be in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pollock's the bang bang Packer
Mhm.
Park gang. You know what I mean? They got the tunnel that goes there. Yo, huh?
Yeah,
Go there.
I had a lot of fun over there.
Now, but so who paid for all that? Because that shit costs money. Back then, it wasn't that expensive though. Nowadays, it's really expensive to send your kid to Catholic school.
Yeah.
Unless if you get like they help you out, but back then, who paid for that?
I don't know. I mean,
Your grandparents probably, right?
they probably helped. I don't want to knock my mom and say not my mom because I don't really know.
Well, we'll do it this way. His mom paid for it. And
Yeah, probably.
And maybe
Probably.
his dad did too.
Yeah.
But no, we
Yeah.
don't think so. But,
No, I don't think
yeah, but we'll go with it.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you decide. Maybe write a comment. No, I'm like it. All right. So you're going. So what's your feelings on that? Like, are you a Catholic now? Because you went to
No.
Catholic school your whole life. You went to Newman too.
Yeah,
So that's
I'm
a Catholic school your whole life.
I'm not a Catholic, but I'm not. No, I'm kind of against the Catholic, but I believe in God, the same God, and all that.
No, I'm only kidding. What are you against? What do you mean? Like you're just not with the Catholic religion?
I don't like how they do things. Like I don't like
as far as what?
Like church and stuff like that.
Oh, like what? Like what do you mean?
Like demanding you go. Well, so when I went to school, I don't know if they still do it, but they used to do this thing 40 hours. Yeah, it's
What's
called
that?
40 hours, and you like sit in a church, and every day for like a week, you sit in there for like 5 hours.
8 probably.
Yeah, and just
5 days,
little
40
kids.
hours? Really?
Like, and yeah.
And what do you do?
Nothing.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Do you pray?
Yeah, I mean,
what do they got? Like the
I'd
dude
imagine
up there
you're
with the robe
supposed to.
on and all?
Yeah,
What? And he's like telling you stuff?
yeah, yeah.
What, praying or reading scripture?
Praying,
like
reading scripture, doing masses. Yeah,
for all day.
yeah. It's a long time.
Does that have to do with something with Easter?
I don't know.
Did you ever do Stations of the Cross?
Mm-hmm.
You did that?
Yeah, I've done everything. They made you,
Yeah.
or you had to leave.
Well, yeah, because it's
Yeah,
the Stations. Yeah.
That was.
I went to Malvern Retreat and they did Stations of the Cross.
Yeah,
like they, you know what I'm talking about? Like they.
Yeah, they do a lot of that stuff. And I mean, listen, I'm not to each its own, whatever, and everybody likes it. Don't really matter to me. I believe in a God and all that.
What you like is what you like, and
Yeah.
that's what's important.
Yeah.
As an individual, as a person, it don't matter what everybody else does. I mean, what's good for the next person might not be good for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's good for you is good for you.
And even a lot of things like
I'm not Catholic.
No, even growing up, just with I seen a lot of people that would go to church faithfully, thought that because they went to church, that they were guaranteed heaven, no matter how wrong they were.
Yeah, you can't buy your way into heaven.
They've done.
Yeah, you can't buy your way into heaven. You can't do a good deed and then do 10 bad.
Yeah, and
Don't
then especially growing up with a lot of I've been around a lot of bad people, and I've seen them judge less people than
What, the bad people?
Yeah, than the people that were in church all the time, that were praying all the time, and it just gave me a bad taste all the time. That you would think that if you did read the Bible all the time and you did follow the Bible, that it says so many times not to judge others and to treat everybody like your brothers and your sisters.
I think, dude, that people are incapable. Like, dude, everybody, even me, I judge. Everybody judges, and in their own way. At times, people
Yes.
judge. But what I'm saying is, I think people are incapable of drama and talking shit and judging people.
Yeah.
And now with social media,
Oh, it's even worse.
yeah, because like you ever like get a text message and like say you had the text message somebody that's something that's like fucking like big.
Yeah.
It's easier for you to text it than it
Oh,
is to
way
tell them face to
easier.
face. So it's real easy nowadays for people to like talk shit and
Yeah.
say what they think indirectly,
Mm-hmm.
like that indirect shit.
Yeah.
I've been guilty of it.
Yeah.
So but people talk shit. Like why bad people I think that do bad shit
Yeah.
don't really like say nothing that much because it's like the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
Like right away, like if I do all this bad shit and I go to say something,
Mm-hmm.
like I know my shit don't stink already.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Yeah.
I'm like a monster.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying I'm not.
No,
I'm not a
I
monster. I'm
understand.
just saying though, but in a sense,
Yeah, I understand.
like I ain't gonna say nothing to nobody else. Like do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I'm doing the same thing, just in different ways.
yeah, it's like if somebody hits somebody with a bat and this dude shoots somebody, it's like what am I
Yeah.
going to say? Hey man, you should have hit him with a bat instead of
Yeah.
shot him. Like what's
Yeah.
the difference? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I
it's none of
agree.
my business.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I just think that with the religion, this is what I believe. I mean, me personally, I
Yeah.
believe that there's a God.
Yeah.
That's it. One God.
Yeah.
Boom. Done.
Yeah.
And that's a good belief to have, I think,
Yeah.
because I got a theory behind it too. It eliminates all the religious wars.
Everything.
It eliminates man.
Yeah.
Britain.
Yeah.
Debate and stuff, and like where people could debate. It's like I believe in God. God
Yes.
means good. Good, do good. You believe in God.
Yeah.
Boom, done.
That's it.
Simple.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe. But all right. So you're going. Did you get in trouble in school a lot? Were you
all
like
the
a
time.
badass kid?
Yeah, all the time. I think a lot of it had to do with my home life. I always wanted to play. If I did actually try, I did good.
Yeah. What in
But
school?
yeah, but I never cared. School was just.
But
I
did
don't
you
know.
have all right grades?
Overall?
Yeah.
No.
No. Well,
No.
you just had bad grades.
Yeah.
What was going on at home though that was making you like get all like what was like you like? Because I know me personally, I went to school and I acted out because of the way that same
Yeah.
shit. But what was going on?
I think a lot of it was like missing. I guess my dad. Like maybe a lot of it, like so down like 3rd Street and 5th Street, it's more common for kids not to have their fathers around, or their fathers doing the same thing my dad was doing. And when we moved up to 15th Street, it wasn't that common. Like fathers were in their kids' lives and doing good. My dad was always in my life for the most part, but he just wasn't doing the right thing. And so I think seeing that in a lot of kids and them always having their parents together and stuff like that, I think I felt some type of way about it, that I was just mad at everybody now.
Yeah.
I just wanted to act out.
What would you do?
I would just play around. I would always cause like some.
When you say play around, you mean like you're being a class clown? You're disrupting the class.
Yeah, I was always disrupting the class.
Fighting?
Yeah, I would fight.
You're a fighter?
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it. Any trouble, I liked it. I liked getting in trouble. Cause I think it was a lot. I don't know. Maybe it was a lot for attention.
Yeah.
Just any attention was better than no attention. Like my mom paid me attention and all, but my parents are young, so.
And your grandparents were paying attention to you?
Yeah, yeah. My dad's mom was my everything. She was like my world. And
Is she still here?
No.
No. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. Yeah, she passed away. I was probably maybe 12. Yeah, she passed away. Yeah, but that's when I think everything switched.
Now, is that the age about like? Is that when you like? What's the age that you start like using drugs?
Probably like 14, 15.
Okay.
Yeah. Nah, I had a it's weird. It went from like a fear. So my dad, I see my dad, and I have a lot of family that's drug addicts.
Mm.
So I seen that, and I was so scared that I would be a drug addict and turn out like that it pushed me away. And then it all started with like I would just drink, and that was normal.
Yeah.
Nobody really thought anything of that. And I'd smoke weed, and even that was, I mean, frowned upon, but is it?
What as a kid?
Yeah,
Like, nah.
you know,
I
it's
mean,
normal.
you shouldn't do that.
It depends on where you come from, of what the normal is.
Well, I'm saying, hey, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
All right,
but
I do.
whatever.
Yeah, I'll hide it.
Yeah,
I'll get beat.
you just won't know. Yeah,
Yeah, whatever.
And then I knew I kind of knew it wasn't like it was the harder drugs that he was on, and the opiates is what I was scared of. I was so scared of them, so I would do Xanax.
Yeah.
At probably I got to right about 14, 15, I started doing Xanax.
Yeah.
And whatever, my dad found out, he was mad. And I once my grandmom died, I just got super mad.
Now that was his mother.
Yeah, his mom.
Now, how was he acting at the time? He was probably crazy about
When she died.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy because so whatever he was doing,
Did he just crack?
Yeah.
That's
Concrete.
He works hard. Hard worker. Union.
Yeah, I love it.
What local?
332.
332.
Yeah.
Local 332. Represent. Yeah. So what happened though? So when she died, he what?
So when she died, so maybe like a month, maybe not even before she died, she was actually she wasn't healthy, but she wasn't like, it wasn't that you saw coming. He got locked up, and he was looking at time, and he was, I don't even think he might have been through booking or whatever yet, like quarantine and all that, and she died.
Really?
Yeah. So we
Yeah,
were
that
out.
cost him.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were out, me and my friends, and I don't know, I just had like a gut feeling. I never went home. It wasn't anything that I didn't want to be home. I just
Yeah.
liked being out. And I was like, you know what, let me I'll be right back. Let me go to my house. I'll be right back. And I remember I rode home, and as soon as I walked in, my mom ended up marrying this dude, and he's my stepdad now. They've been together forever. I think he was at like my first birthday, but never pushed. Like, I do really respect him because he never pushed.
But he never tried to like tell you what to do.
No, I'm
Really
your
like
dad.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, look, it's just, that's your dad. I'm married to your mom.
You're gonna have to figure things out yourself.
I'll
dude.
help you.
Yeah.
Whatever. And
So he did guide you though.
yeah.
But he just didn't tell you like, yo,
Yeah. I was just,
I respect
I
that.
just gave him
Shout out to his stepdad or whatever you
great
call.
dude. Honestly, great dude.
Straight for real. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's a
just to
great
stop real quick right there is like this. Whether you know or not, though, you're blessed for that.
Oh my
Because
God.
like I mean, I've been
Yeah.
dude, I've been beat by people, all kinds of shit, like goofy shit. I
Yeah.
talked about it on it.
Yeah.
So for a dude to just be like, hey, listen, I'm
Yeah.
here. I'll say stuff to you, but
Yeah.
I ain't gonna like get in the middle of like I'm not gonna put my hands on you or tell you like crazy shit screamed on your neck.
No.
You know me, like I have screamed at my you know my stepson.
Yeah.
And shit, like
And I understand it, and I get it, because I could just even imagine. I mean,
it's frustrating taking care
I
of a
don't
kid.
even want to.
You're a bad kid. I can tell
Yeah.
now you're still bad. No, I'm just kidding.
And like, it's, my thing is when it's your kid, right? So I was my mom's son, right? And I'm being bad as shit. I'm not listening. I'm doing whatever I wanted in your house, and you are not my dad. You know what I mean?
Did you act like it at first or no? Like you ain't my dad, like no, because he never really tried to.
Yeah, but no, like it was. I was always so used to him that like he was always there for me, you know. When I would really get my balls twisted, yeah.
Now, does your dad know that you're close with him?
Yeah.
Like, you don't care?
My dad respects him.
Oh,
I'll give it to my dad too on that end. He never really. Him and my dad were always cool. I mean, what happened behind closed doors, I have no idea.
yeah.
Like, did they ever fight like that? No. Yeah, he did a lot for me. He did a lot for me. He really helped me in life. But yeah.
So, well, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, when I walked in the door, he wouldn't look at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when he wouldn't look at me, I was like, oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck. And I heard something upstairs, and it was like my mom crying. And I ran up, and I like looked at her. She was crying, and I knew if he didn't look at me and she was crying, something bad happened. And there was really nobody that could have died or anything that could have happened that would make him not look at me first.
Yeah.
Nobody else in the world would. You know what I mean? Like nobody would. He knew nobody
He felt
would.
bad for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so my mom was like, yo, your dad wants to talk to you. Or Kev, your dad wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
And then I immediately knew.
Yeah.
And he was crying on the phone, and I remember him just telling me, and I remember hanging up.
Now he's locked up at this time.
Yeah, he's locked up. Yeah, so I hang up, and I mean, I'm young, so I don't really know. Like, I can't do that. You can't really do that. Like, I think he told me later in life, he was like, they let him go down to an office and call me.
Yeah.
And but I was hanging up on him, and I didn't want to talk because I was like crying, and I was devastated. Yeah. So
How you feel right now about it?
it kills me.
Yeah.
That's
Still.
one person still kills me.
Still.
Always will.
Do you know her birthday?
Huh?
Do you know her birthday? That's a weird question. You ain't got to answer it.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah. All right. It don't matter.
I do, but I don't think I do.
People like the reason why I asked is this is like me. I don't know my dad's birthday. My dad. You know what I mean? Yeah, I push all that kind of shit out. Like I'm good at like diverting and blocking it. You know what I'm saying? Like because you know people. I never understood that. Like where people were like, you know, like when a person dies, they're like, oh, today was the day they died. Like me. You know, like I try to block all that shit out. Like I ain't trying to think of that. You know what I mean? I'd rather remember somebody when they were alive rather than the day that they checked out, and then you know, because that hurts me.
Yeah,
selfishly, I guess.
Yeah, and that's a lot of the thing too. Like even like I do remember the day that she died, like vividly. Like I remember everything that happened through the rest of the day, and I even still I couldn't. I know what day she died. But when that day comes around, even when I know it's starting to come around, because it's right by my birthday, I push everything out. I don't think about none of that.
Yeah.
Just I don't want to relive that and go through all that.
So now your grandmother passes away, and you know, so when did how old were when you like you were so what you were around 12 when you start using? Like maybe smoking like weed, 13, drinking maybe or whatever. And 13, then what age were you when you start doing like Xanax and shit like that?
Probably 15.
Okay.
Everything in my addiction escalated incredibly fast.
Now, as a juvenile, did you get locked up and shit like that? How many times?
Yeah. Probably like 7, 8 times. I've always sold drugs and.
Did you?
Yeah. It was always my thing.
I knew that though, but
I
heard you say it before. But
I
for
just
the
like
people,
doing it.
What, selling drugs, selling narcotics?
I think honestly, I think again being hurt and like you hurt my family, you destroyed my family. So nobody cared that like selling my dad drugs and my family drugs would do anything. Yeah. So why should I care? Yeah. You're gonna buy them from somebody no matter what. Yeah. So fuck it, might as well be me. Yeah. And that was just my mentality, just being a kid. That's what I grew up around. That's all I really knew. Yeah, I sold drugs too. Yeah. And you got that chip on your shoulder. Yeah. You're like, oh, well, fuck everybody else. It don't matter. I'm trying to get money and do what I'm trying to do. Exactly. It's good for me. And just seeing, I don't know. I didn't grow up in like a big money area. So just seeing. You got a big family though? Like, is your family big? Like. Yeah, no. You got like a lot of cousins, I'm saying, like that? Like not really. No. Like overall,
Are the Klocks known all over South Philly?
I don't even really know
I'm
them.
kidding, dude.
I don't. I know maybe 5 clocks.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it was like my dad and all, like if everybody just stayed away
Yeah.
or what.
Oh, like shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I know his brothers and that's it.
So now you're at that age. What were you getting locked up for, like as a juvenile? Though I'm saying, like,
You know, well, the first time we were spray painting whatever,
yeah.
and I thought it would be funny if we were down the lakes and college teams were playing on the field.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be funny if we spray painted their whole bus. So by the time we even got done spray painting their bus, you heard the sirens and the cops coming around the corner.
Oh, really? So they seen you doing
Oh,
it.
they got us before.
Yeah.
I mean, we ran,
Yeah.
but they caught us.
They caught you?
Yeah, they caught me, yeah.
How many people were there?
It was probably 10 of us.
How many people got locked up?
Probably 4 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was one of them people too. All you getting caught.
Yeah, I was just,
I don't know.
I think I always had the look of, yeah, get him.
Yeah, grab him.
He's doing
he did it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
he's
got
doing
spray
something.
paint on your fingers and shit. Like, I didn't do it, dude. Yeah. You know, yeah. I was one. I always thought I was an arch criminal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so whatever. I always got caught for dumb shit. But
yeah.
So now you're a juvenile though. You're taking Xanax, you're spray painting, you're doing dumb shit. You're hanging with the wrong crowd, obviously, that are like you.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do.
That's who I picked.
Well, we
I
adapt to the
always
people.
pick the bad people.
Of course, why not?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to hang with people that ain't
No.
like me. They make you feel weird.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, like I used to hang with kids, and we would go to their house.
Yeah.
And as everybody was going in, they'd be like, "Yo, you got to wait on the step, dude. My mom and dad don't want you in there." Yeah. So I'd be sitting out there for half an hour, like, you know what? Fuck this. And I would get up and I leave, and then I would go find kids like that would climb roofs, bust windows,
just bad kids,
spray paint, steal out of stores, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? And that's who I would adapt to, and that's who I felt the most comfortable. I still to today feel comfortable in that around people like that because that's my that's who I was. That's like it don't make me feel weird.
Yeah, and a lot of it with that is me too, and I think because a lot of it is I know I can adapt to that so quickly that if anything does happen, I can go back to that. Well, not that I can, but I understand that.
Yeah, you ain't trying to go back.
No,
to that.
I don't want to go back
sure?
to that. No.
All right.
No, I'm not.
So now you're it's, dude. I know no shit.
Hopefully
not. Yo, and this podcast is all about people getting sober and doing good. He's talking, I'm about to go back out there and put a spray paint a bus, dude. Let college teams come around here.
I don't even know why.
Nah, it's all right. Who cares? It's funny though.
It didn't even make sense.
So you're doing drugs though, but when did you notice like shit was getting out of hand? Like so what age were you like, oh wow, this is like now I'm getting locked up?
I don't, maybe 20 when I started. Because I mean I never thought it was the drugs. I just thought it was just bad situation, bad timing. After that I got locked up for possession.
Now you're an adult. You're an adult. No, you're
juvenile.
still a juvenile.
Yeah.
So you get locked up for selling narcotics?
Yeah. I was in my buddy's house, and we were all sitting there. It's where we would hang out a lot. We were
Shout
smoking.
out to his buddy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding.
We were smoking and just hanging out, and the warrant unit came, and I panicked, and I had all of it in like my waistband.
All what?
And all drugs.
What was it?
Coke, weed, and Xanax.
How old were you?
16 maybe.
Oh, so you were selling drugs like young.
Yeah, I was a kid, and I threw it out the back window.
All right.
Yeah, but as soon as I threw it out,
would it hit the fucking warrant unit in the face?
I turned my head, he was just standing there with the gun looking at me. And he was like this. He even went like this.
Yeah, like,
what are you thinking?
Yeah, hit him in the face.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah, got hit with coke and weed. So he's like, what the yo, asshole. Nah.
And so I was like, oh, fuck. Like,
so they seen you throw it, though.
Yeah, so.
That's interesting.
I had a jacket on.
So, because it could have been anybody.
Well, yeah, but I took my jacket off. So I took my jacket off.
He's like, shh.
Yeah. And I take my jacket off. They come up. They get us. They're like, all right, come on, come down, sit on the ground. And so we're all in handcuffs. And,
Yo, ain't it great though? Like that's how I am. That's my thought process too. Like how you took your jacket off. Like it changed the look of your face. Like, let me take my jacket off. And now I got a mask on. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like they seen your face.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I'll
knew.
take my jacket off. I
They
look
knew.
different.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
And he was like, all right, well, who did it? And he was like, the one cop was like, I know who did it. He did it. And I was like, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, well, everybody's going to jail. And I was like, man, fuck. And I always remember like everybody telling me, well, like, you know, like what's going to come out of this?
Yeah.
Like, it's just nothing but you're going to go to jail eventually. And I was so scared of like being like a rat and all that I ended up taking the charge. And so I didn't know at the time they found more drugs.
Okay.
So when I took the drug charge,
You took
I
all of it.
took all of the drug charges. So I didn't even know that until.
So what are we
whatever.
talking?
I forget exactly.
Like a lot of weight?
Not nothing like
nothing crazy.
Yeah, just
like
just
people,
whatever.
everybody's selling those.
Yeah. And so what they got me on was they wanted to give me 3 to 6, and strictly because I had it bagged
At
inside.
16?
Yeah.
So where were you going to court? All right, go ahead.
So I had it bagged inside another bag, and so that's distribution.
Yeah. You're a drug
And
dealer.
yeah, they know what you're trying to do.
No, not even in it. You're just a drug dealer.
Yeah.
No,
And I was.
yeah, so you're selling it. They know you're selling it.
Yeah.
They lock you up for selling narcotics.
Yeah. So whenever I go, since I'm a juvenile, my mom has to come and get me. Again, back to my stepdad. I call my mom, and she's like, "Well, Kev, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "All right, well, can you put Derek on the phone?" That's my stepdad. And I'm like, "Whatever. Look, this is what happened. I really can't tell you nothing because, I mean, I'm in jail." And he's like, "Whatever. All right, I'm coming right now." He comes and gets me. I finally get like all my charges, and I'm like, "Oh shit, like it's a bad."
So what are you going to 1801 mine? Right?
So, well, before that, I don't want to say no names or whatever.
No,
but so I got in trouble with a
co-defendant.
No, by myself. But I was fighting with my son's mom, and I got in trouble with a aggravated assault as a juvenile. So that was again my juvenile record. And so when I went to court for that drug case, the next drug case that I got locked up in the house, they charged me as an adult. And whatever, I was fighting it, and I got locked up again for distribution.
Yeah.
And so I went to CFCF, and I was sitting waiting because now I had a detainer because the judge wouldn't drop the detainer because of the extra charge.
Yeah.
And now they're both felony charges.
You got 2 judges and shit.
2 felony judges and 2 more charges. And so I'm still a kid, right? So I'm in CFCF, and I don't know CFCF. I've never been there.
Yeah, it's nice.
I shouldn't be there. And I'm like, oh, this is bad. So whatever, I'm talking to everybody, and they're like, oh, no, you're good. You're all right. I'm like, all right. So they're like, just hopefully you just don't go to the creek. So whatever.
Because they had the juvenile on B block.
Yeah, and they're like, Klock, House of Corrections.
Man.
I'm like, well, that's good. I'm not going to the creek. They're like, nah. Well,
that's House of Corrections.
Yeah, that is the creek.
Yeah, because they got a juvenile block on there. They got the circle with the bubble.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, man, this is bad. And so I go there. I call home. Like, my mom won't talk to me. Nobody will talk to me. I go to court for the one charge, and I ended up getting charged with it, and I received time credit. Like I did the time.
So all said and done though, what did you? So out of these cases, what did you get? What was your final sentence though? Like what?
I got 6 years probation, and I sat altogether for a little over a year.
And they did they charge you as an adult, right?
Yeah, they charged me as an adult, and so when I went to court, my grandma was there, and since I had the aggravated assault and all, I was in the black box,
Yeah.
like shackled and all, and shackled to my feet,
hmm
and I wasn't allowed out. And it was my grandma, my son's mom, and my dad was there. My dad was still doing terrible. So now I'm fighting the second charge, and I go in, and he's like, I go to sit down, and they pull the chair out. My judge is like, yeah, Mr. Klock, don't even bother sitting down. You're going right back.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, fuck, this is bad. And so my dad is hammered. And my dad jumps up. I'm like, oh no. He's like, Your Honor, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm like, oh no, this is fucking bad. And he's like, listen, the judge is like, who are you? And he's like, listen, I'm his father. I'm a drug addict. I've been a drug addict all his life. I told him the wrong path. He needs help. Don't do this to him. He don't need to do all this time. Like you want to give him a lot more time than even like the book is even telling you he should get less time than you're trying to give him. And it ends up working.
Really?
Right. So I go back, I sit for another 30 days, and I come home, and now my only requirement for me being home is I have 24 hours to go in there. No, 72 hours to go in the rehab.
Okay.
So my dad had this whole plan. I was supposed to go away. He had the rehab and all. And I come home, I call him, no answer. So I called him the whole first day, no answer, whole second day, no answer, and half of the third day. So I got like 6 hours now to get into a rehab or I'm going back to jail.
Yeah.
I called my mom, and my mom called everywhere and tried to get me into a rehab, and I ended up going to Miramont.
Okay. Yeah.
But I
like that place.
so I go to Miramont, court ordered, and I'm like, no, I'm not a drug addict. Like, because my perception of a drug addict was Kensington.
Yeah.
Like
Thank you.
that's what I thought was.
Compliment.
I mean, it is.
Shout out. No, I'm just kidding. I say shout out. That's one of my things. Like there's no reason for it. Shout out. But
Yeah.
so have you been to rehab though? Like a lot
Oh yeah.
in your life?
Yeah, I've been to like 15, 16 rehabs.
All right. So technically speaking, so you're there. What do you run? You wind up leaving the rehab.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I figured that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when did you realize though, like, oh shit, I got a problem, dude? Like, when did you start doing hard drugs? Like I know you're selling it, you're locked up, you're going.
17, 18.
What were you doing?
Shooting heroin.
Nah.
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's a fuck up thing
Yeah.
though. You were shooting it.
Yeah.
Now at that time when you were shooting it though, were you like the dude? Were you this type of addict, like where you're like, I don't give a fuck, I'm getting high, or were you the type of addict where you were like, when you were doing it, you were like, damn, bro, this is crazy. I don't know how I got to this point, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do what I got to do to keep using.
No, I just
You ran with it.
Yeah. That's what it was. It was life.
Yeah.
I mean, I would get times where I'd be like, man, what the fuck did I do?
Would it be when you were sick?
Yeah, a lot of times when I was sick, I'd be like, damn, man, how the fuck did I end up here? Yeah, but I was shooting heroin. I only snorted heroin for like maybe 3 weeks. And then my buddy that I knew, he shot heroin and all.
Yeah, real good friend.
Yeah, I actually called him and asked him how to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
And what?
I don't know how to fucking do it.
And what? You start shooting it?
Yeah.
And you didn't think at that moment with what you wanted to do? You wanted to try it like that?
Yeah, and like everything was getting too expensive.
So, why were you doing oxys and shit?
Yeah, I started just even when I was doing the Xannies, right? I always would stay away from any opiates.
Yeah.
And then syrup, I was drinking syrup because that's
yellow syrup.
Yeah.
But codeine.
Yeah, my old head would get it all the time, and like they would give me a little bit, and whatever, I would do it, and I didn't see that as like an opiate because I don't know.
No, because it's syrup. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not taking like Percocets or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm just drinking syrup, and so I used to get all Xannied up and all, and so I must have been doing perk Xannied up and didn't know because I was in the car with my friend, and he was like, "You're gonna snort it?" And I was like, "No, well, I'm not doing that."
You snort what? The oxy?
Yeah.
No.
And I was like, "No, why would I do that?" It's like,
Did you do cocaine too?
No, I was never an upper.
No.
I mean, I have.
Yeah,
like,
but
I'll
not
do
like,
it.
it
But
ain't your
it
thing.
was never.
You like to be obliviated.
Yeah, I never really liked being up. It never
So-
appealed to me.
How many treatment centers have you been to?
Probably about 14, 15. Yeah,
Ever-
it was quick.
Really?
Yeah. It was
Ever
quick.
been on maintenance or anything like that?
No, never done any of that. I always like just either getting high or not.
What's the best rehab you ever went to?
In Florida, definitely in Florida.
Would you have private insurance?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. When I was born, my mom, since she was a kid, my grandma retired from UPS,
Okay.
and I got insurance too
Oh yeah.
through my grandma.
Really?
Yeah,
So you went down to Florida and all that
yeah,
shit?
yeah. I went to all the nice rehabs.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, they were nice down there.
I bet they were.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're like resorts.
yeah,
Like they treat you all good and shit.
yeah. They had little corner. This one,
Like I went in the Kirk probably, bro, where they had like the couches taped with like
Yeah.
duct tape and shit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
And
shit's
you've
serious.
been there.
Yeah, it's different
You've
here.
been, you've been there.
Yeah, it's
You've been to
different
Kirk,
here.
bro?
Not Kirkbride. I
Oh.
went to I had to go to Friends, and then damn, what the fuck is that other one called?
What that insurance ran out?
No,
you still had it?
No, I remember
Yeah.
my dad was just getting clean, and I went to like nights rehabs, and he's like, "Well, kid, they're not fucking working." And I was like,
Oh,
"Yeah."
wow.
I was sick as a dog. I was like, "I know." I was like, "So what do I do?" He's like, "Well, go to a rehab right now." I'm like, "All right, where?" And he's like, here. And I'm like, "All right, fuck it."
And you go to Friends.
Yeah.
Where'd
And
they put you?
fuck. They put me in some shitty ass rehab.
Well, like Fairmount, Mercy.
Yeah, something like that. And I walked right out, and I was like, fuck this. I can't do it. I couldn't do it.
Now, did you get high with your dad?
Yeah,
You did?
yeah.
How was that?
It was,
That's
I
like
don't
the
know, it was-
blind leading the blind on that
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
At,
it was-
at that point, that's when you. It's
Yeah.
like I got high with my mom, like so I know. Like
yeah,
that's like when you know. At that
Yeah.
point, when you get high with like your parent, and
yeah,
I'm laughing, but it ain't even
Yeah.
funny. It's kind of like you're like, holy shit! Like at that point, you realize, like, dude, I
Yeah.
was not taught
no,
by nobody that was
No.
intelligent enough to be able to, like, because dude, you're not supposed to get high with your
Yeah.
children. You know what I mean?
No.
So, but like, what were you like? Like, what was it? You're probably your buddy.
yeah,
At that
Yeah,
point,
he
it
was
wasn't
my
even your
friend.
dad; it was
Yeah.
your friend,
yeah.
and you're getting high with him.
So when he came home from jail after my grandma died, he his older brother, he does pretty good, right? And he buys houses and sells them and all. So he was since he's his older brother,
What's his name?
David
David what?
Klock.
David Klock.
Yeah, he's
Shout
like-
out to David
Yeah,
Klock.
he's a real good dude.
His good uncle.
Yeah, he is. He
Yeah.
probably is.
Yeah.
He gave my dad help. So he helped my dad, got him an apartment and all, and fucking destroyed it. And he would leave and just go.
Funny story. Did you ever rob anybody with your dad?
I don't think so. I don't know.
What's the funniest story you ever like? What was the best time that you ever got high with your dad? What was it? What were you doing? Besides just getting normally high, obviously.
Nothing really.
Nah.
No, we never
What's just
really
like
had.
destroying your lives?
Yeah, I think the thing is, I was so young
Mhm.
that like we couldn't do anything fun.
Yeah.
We were both so far gone
Yeah.
that there was no fun left.
Strung out.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fucked.
Now your dad is your dad. What's your dad been up to lately? Is
My
he
dad-
doing good?
Yeah, he's got like
I know he is.
I think he's
It's
coming
for
up
people.
on 10 years clean.
Is he?
Yeah, great
Okay.
dude now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he helps a lot of people.
Yeah. See
Yeah,
that?
it's crazy.
And what's his
And-
name?
Kevin Klock.
Kevin
I
Klock.
think
Now this is serious though. Shout out to Kevin Klock.
yeah, and,
He is a good AA member. I know people that know him.
yeah, and I'll be honest, I never believed in AA. I didn't think it worked for anybody. Everybody, I should say.
So when you're 21, your dad gets sober.
Yeah, yeah,
Really?
I just had my son. Well, so I have my son, and we're both getting high, and I'm like, Dad, this is fucking bad. Like I'm in bad shape. Whatever. I get kicked out of everywhere. He lives all the way in the Northeast. I think on Robbins, right near like a pool hall,
Yeah.
and
Frank's Nursery and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I know it.
yeah. So we were
Sharp like that.
in
Kev.
his house.
I hunted people for a living.
So, and I'm lying to him that I'm not doing heroin. So he just got a settlement, and he was helping me out, whatever, giving me things like
Yeah.
to stay good, and I was trying to sell them so I could go buy like what I really
I thought
needed
the cops
in
were. I was,
heroin.
whoa.
No, I was trying to sell heroin, and he was like, "Look, I'll give you money. Just go do whatever you gotta do."
Yeah.
And I think I panicked and was like, "No, it's all right."
Yeah.
And because it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
And then he went into the room and he had money on the table. And I remember as soon as I reached for it, he came out the room and I just looked at him.
Well, your dad shot out,
Yo,
so ain't he know?
he hit me harder. He smacked me harder than anybody has ever punched me in my life.
Really?
I think my
trying
ego.
to steal off of him.
Yeah, he was like, "Why would you even? Why would
just
you
trying to give you
steal?
money,
I
yeah.
was just giving it to you. Why would you steal it?"
Yeah.
I was like, "No, I wasn't stealing it." He asked me if
He smacked you because he felt like you were taking off.
yeah,
It didn't even matter if it was
no,
20
it wasn't
bucks
the
back.
money. It
Nah,
was
it was the principle.
principle
Yeah.
that I was stealing. When he
Fuck,
said
you
he would
stealing
just
off me. Yeah, I
he
just said I'd
smacked
do-
me so hard that I had to sit down. I was like, "God damn, my life is fucked up."
Yeah. My life is fucked up.
Yo, this is bad.
So you have kids yourself?
Yeah,
You do have kids.
I got 4.
4 kids.
Yeah, 4
How
kids.
old? What's the ages?
My son is 11. My oldest daughter's 5. She's about to be 6. My middle daughter's about to be 5, and then my youngest is 2.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how much time you got sober right now?
I'm coming up on a year.
Yep. Congratulations to him
Yeah,
on
thank
doing
you.
that. Kevin's doing good.
Yeah.
That's how I met Kevin. He started coming, So
Yeah.
so now all by the same mom? Do you have all your kids living with you too?
No,
Or
just 2 of them.
Just 2?
3 different moms.
What?
Yeah,
3 different
3
kids, huh?
different moms.
Man, you're good. That's good, man.
Yeah, one lives.
I'm just kidding, man. That's really good, man. Nah, who even knows what's good and what ain't? Well, but you got, you got your kids and you got 3 different kids' moms. Damn. So do the kids live with their moms?
Yeah,
All their
except
kids?
my son. Yeah, he lives with his grandma.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why you smiling though? Because you kind of know where I'm leading.
Yeah.
Nah, not really. I mean, I'm not trying to. I mean, I kind of do know about you. They don't know about you,
Nah,
but
yeah,
what your son lives with his grandmom.
yeah, with his grandma.
Now, the reason for that is obviously he don't live with you because he lives with his grandmom.
Yeah,
And whatever, they probably fought for custody when you were out there.
yeah,
and
they
stuff.
got me.
Now, where is his mom?
His mom's in jail.
Okay.
Yeah, she's doing time for murder.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that though.
Yeah.
I gotta do the excitement. What? Like, nah, I'm only kidding.
No, she.
Without getting into all them details, because I don't want to make where like I'm trying to get people to view this for that. But if you want to tell whatever you want to tell, like whatever, that's up to you. I mean,
so I don't know the full story, and I don't really know what happened because I haven't spoke with her. Even leading up to that, I haven't talked to her in years. She we were together real young. We had him young.
Yeah.
Like we shouldn't have had kids.
You were messed up at the
she was
years.
messed up.
Yeah.
We just always did bad together. We were never it was never a good situation.
Oh, so you got high with her though?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. And you wind up having a kid and getting pregnant. All right, gotcha.
Yeah. So she whatever was using, and I don't know exactly what happened, but she ended up getting charged with murder, and before all that happened, I was in Florida, and I was fighting with her over my son because I was in Florida.
So like trying to get be able to see your kid when you get back.
Yeah. And me being the dumbass that I am, I got my balls twisted. And I was like, all right, well, I can promise you this. I can pass the drug test, and I know you can't. So no matter what, I will beat you in court right now.
Yeah.
And as soon as I said that, she signed the rights over to her mom.
Gotcha.
So when I came home, they said that they supposedly gave whatever they're called, that when they send out the mail that you have to appear in court.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, if you don't
they
answer,
summons me or whatever. But when stuff like that happens, they're supposed to directly hand it to you and serve you.
Yeah.
And they said that they served me 3 times and I never showed up.
So right there, you give your rights away.
Right there, I give my rights away. But I was in Florida, and you could have never served me. And
so, do you see your son now or not?
No, unfortunately. Gee, it was a lot of it's my fault. I let them beat me, and Like,
What do you mean?
It was just I was fighting for so long with them that
You gave up,
yeah, they beat me.
yeah.
I gave up.
And you were using back
and-
then, right?
yeah,
A lot
and
of the time.
even I got clean and I fought them and I won. I
Yeah.
won like partial custody, or not even partial custody. I started seeing him again, but when I had to see him again, I had to meet them in a police station with a cop sitting in a room
Interesting.
with me.
So you had to meet your, and at this time, is she locked up? Or no, she's
Yeah,
done.
she was locked up at that point.
And you're meeting your kid in the police
Yes.
station when she's
She's
locked up
for murder.
For murder.
Yeah.
Now, what happened in that situation, as far as you know? I mean, I don't know.
She-
I don't know all the details either. I know.
So no,
I mean, this shit was on the news and shit, so I know that. I didn't know
Yeah.
that's who you were up until
yeah,
like a couple months ago.
yeah,
I found out. I was
probably
like, what the
9
hell?
months ago.
But
No, I see. I actually was in the hospital. It was right before COVID started, and I got supposedly double pneumonia, which I don't know really what it was.
yeah,
But I was in the hospital, and my buddy called me, and this dude's like my best friend. He was always there for me, and he was really the one that I was really close to, no matter what. And she called him and was like, "Listen, can you come to my house? I need help." And he called me, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know why she's calling me, but she said she need help." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't want no parts in that. I don't even know what's going on." And then that was right before I went to the hospital. And then I remember I woke up one morning and I was in the hospital and I was watching the news. I was like, "Damn,
yeah, it was
that
a
house
crazy
looks
news.
familiar."
Yeah.
And then he called me and he was like, "You see what's on the news?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then she was like, "Yeah, she got locked up for murder. That she kept the body, whatever." I don't really know what happened because I don't. I haven't talked to her for
Like
so
supposedly
long.
they just had the body in the basement for like
Yeah,
a long time,
yeah,
and
and
whatever
just held
happened
it.
with the details. But at
Yeah.
the end of it all, she got charged with
Yeah,
murder. I guess
she ended up taking a murder charge.
because they were like
Yeah,
basically in the basement getting
yeah,
high with a
yeah,
dead body,
yeah,
you know. And sorry for the
yeah,
family that lost
yeah.
their
I'm
kid. If they're
sorry.
watching this, we're not going to say no names. We're not even
No.
going to say her name. I mean, if people
Yeah.
know Kevin, you know, you
I
know
mean,
the
if
story.
you know,
But yeah,
then
it
you
is what
know
it is. It's really not important. The point is
No,
though, is that's
how strong it is.
how drugs could mess up
Yeah.
somebody's life. You know what I mean? And I was thinking that too, like when like getting high with your dad and you know, going to jail and trying to be a drug dealer and all these things. Like, dude, the way drugs take a hold and grip on
Yeah,
people is
yeah.
it's nuts, dude.
Even
It's just like it could destroy your whole life rapidly with one bad decision, like
yeah,
just sense. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
but you know, I guess you reap what you sow, and you
yeah.
know,
Exactly.
whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you know.
No, and the crazy thing for me with drugs and all is that how everything just becomes so normal when you're living in it. Like nothing seems so extreme when it's happening,
Yeah,
but when you're looking at it from the outside, it's like, God damn,
yeah, you did a lot of crazy
how are you
shit.
serious?
Yeah.
Like I mean, I remember I was kicked out of everywhere at this point, and my dad was all right. So before that, right, my dad, right after I had my son and all, I go to rehab. I come home. I start getting high immediately, and my dad's got like 9 months clean, and I just go cop. I'm on my way back, and I for some reason kept in the same pocket with my keys. So when I pulled my keys out, I dropped the bag on the top step,
Yeah.
and my dad ended up coming over and grabbed it. And I came in, he's like, whatever, you still getting high and all. And I'm like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he goes upstairs and does it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And 9 months clean.
How long did he get high for after he did that?
Probably a year.
Really?
Yeah. So right after that, right?
So you got your high dad.
Yeah.
Your dad high. I said
high.
your high dad.
Yeah, I got.
You got your dad high
Mm-hmm.
when he was doing good.
Yeah. And so maybe a couple weeks after that, I'm sitting on the L. I think I ended up nodding off. and I go all the way up to 69th Street, and that's where the only place on all the way up and all the way down is where you got to switch, and you got to pay to get back on. So I didn't have
Back
no
then,
more,
yeah,
I didn't have no more money.
Yeah, because they put all them over. Yeah, now it's free. They jump over and come back.
Yeah, I didn't have no more money, and so I was like, oh man, I'm fucked. So I was just sitting there, sitting up 69th Street, and I'm sitting on the wall, and I see some dude walking. I'm like, damn, that looks like my dad. And I'm like, oh shit, it is. So I run up, and I'm like, yo, he's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, I'm fucked up. I ain't got no money to get home or nothing. He's like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, nah, I don't know. I'm like, what are you doing?
Mm.
He was like, well, I'm going to Kensington. I guess you're coming with me then. And I was like, yeah. And whatever, we go down, we get high. And he's like, here, listen, I'll put you on the out, but I got to go home. And I was like, all right, that's fine. And then I just went out.
So now your dad sponsors people and all.
Yeah.
And now,
dude.
so you've been sober. How do you feel now, though? Like now that you've been sober for almost a year, coming up on a year, and like I said, congratulations. You know what I mean? That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
You live with your kids, some of your kids that you're able to, and the other ones you say.
Mm-hmm.
You are a union laborer, like you said. Just to recap on everything we talked about, kind of.
Yeah.
Going from not paying attention in school, getting in trouble, all this shit, getting high, going to jail, selling drugs, getting locked up. You got locked up more than that, probably. You've been in prison more than what we talked about. I mean, we only got a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? So right now, though, like right now, up to this point right now, how do you feel? Like, how do you feel about everything that's been going on since you've been sober, and how do you feel at this point?
I'll be honest, it's probably the best I've ever felt.
In your whole life?
Yeah. I think a lot of things that I was always chasing was just being happy. I was always, it was just always something else that I was looking at. I was always like, man, fuck, like, I gotta buy a house. I'm never going to be able to buy a house. I'm never going to have a car. I'm never going to have this, and I'm never going to have that. I'm never going to be a good dad, and stuff like all my nevers. This time, I'm slowly checking them off.
But I'm saying they're good nevers. You know how people say, like, all my nevers came true?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing in your sense, though, because you were looking at the glass half empty, like me, like all my nevers are coming true on a good note.
Yeah,
not
my nevers came
one.
true on a bad note. My nevers are coming true on a good note.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is, even me and my dad fought a lot. And we have a lot of our differences, and we don't always see eye to eye. But honestly, he's a big part that I do believe in AA and all.
Right now?
Yeah, because
So going from all that now, you look at your dad, like Derek, you had
your
stepdad. Now you're looking at your dad like, oh shit, my dad's here. You know what I mean?
And a lot of it is because, look, I know you got a lot of time clean, but I don't know you. I don't know you from getting high and all that. So I don't really know what you've done.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you haven't done anything, but you could say you've done all this, but I don't really know.
Yeah, you didn't rock with me.
I believe you.
You weren't rocking with me. You didn't see it firsthand, so you want to know.
But I see, like, what my dad's been through and what he's done, and to see him now, like, I let go of a lot of what he's done to me. Really, it was just mentally. He just how he treats my kids and like stuff like that.
A lot of people, I mean, like you see it a lot. Like even when I go down the floor, like anybody could say, like unless if like how you just said that, like that's a good point. Like anybody could say whatever, you know, like whatever they want. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
you could be who you want.
Yeah, you could be whoever, you know. But the truth is, though, dude, like really, and I know a lot of people hear me say a lot of different things. Really, the main thing I'm really always trying to say, I'll say a lot of shit so people can relate and say, dude, all I want to be is a normal person, bro. I don't want my head to bother me no more. No. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to feel like I just want to be a good person.
Yeah.
Doing that, there's a roadmap.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out still. Like you said, all that time, my time, dude, I can't use yesterday's time for now. So, you know, it's like meeting people like you. You know what I mean? Like that, like, fuck what I did. It's what I'm doing. Like for people like you that are like coming up on a year. Like, you know what I mean? Like all that other shit, really, it's a testimony that we survived. But really the testimony is that we're sober and we can get through anything. Like all that shit don't matter. What really
Yeah.
matters is like how we deal with
Yeah.
everyday situations. Like you just said, like,
Yeah.
dude, I like I'm a good dude. I'm happy. I got my kids.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You work like shit like that. Like that's the important stuff. And that's why I wanted to do this
Yeah.
show, because I wanted people to hear, like you
Yeah.
just said, like, dude, I was chaotic. I didn't know what way my life was going.
Yeah.
Now I know where my life's going. I
Yeah.
don't know how it's going to go. I don't know
Yeah,
what's
you
going to
never
happen.
know.
But recovery has provided you with the sense of, we might panic in that day,
Yeah.
one day at a time program,
Yeah.
but it always winds up working out somehow.
Yeah,
So
and that's the thing. So even this time, right? So I went to rehab, maybe 3 years ago. I was doing bad. I was doing real bad on fentanyl,
yeah.
and I came home like and my girl was like, "All right, whatever. You went to rehab. She don't do like drugs and all that, so she has no idea,
Yeah.
right? So it was kind of like, you got to rehab, you're fine,
Yeah.
you're done.
Yeah, you're
You're
better
just
now.
on drugs.
Hey, you're better now.
Now you're off drugs, you're okay. Yeah,
Abracadabra.
yeah. And so I didn't do no meetings or nothing, right? And obviously went right back, and kept it under like covers and all for a while, so nobody really knew right away. And then obviously everybody found out again. And this time, everybody was just like, "Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You got to do something."
Well, you felt like people were washing their hands with you. They were tired of dealing with it. You felt alone?
Yeah.
You feel alone?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. How'd that make you feel inside? Like, dang.
Yeah, it hurt. It hurt, but
you were doing it to yourself after
yeah,
you be mad.
but I knew it was coming because I've been through this before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. Sometimes I work the best under pressure.
Yeah.
And honestly, it worked out to be the best for me because I had so much time that all I was doing was going to meetings. Like I came home and I wanted to get the Vivitrol shot, but they couldn't give it to me yet. And I'll be honest, that was like the scariest 2 days of my life. Like I was just so caught up
You were
in
on
between.
edge?
Like,
Were you on edge?
yeah,
Like, oh man, I
was
need this
so
shot. This
caught
shot's
up
gonna
on
save me.
between. I have to get this shot. But do you think if I got high one time, I couldn't get the shot?
No,
You know,
I'm not sure. I
in my
wouldn't risk
mind,
it.
that's what in my mind I was like, damn, if I get high one time, would I get that sick off the shot?
Yeah, but that's how mine will play tricks on
I
you.
know.
And then when you would have got high, your head would have been, oh, I'll get sick.
Fuck the
You know what
shot.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'll get sick. I'll go in the precinct.
I
I
know.
can't do it, but I'm going to
Can't
keep
do it.
getting high.
Yeah.
I keep doing this.
Yeah.
But now I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, and what
Yeah.
you just said is one of the most important, it's right at the end of the show, is one of the most important things that people that don't understand harm reduction and maintenance, the part that I agree with. Like, who am I, though? I mean, I'm just saying my opinion. Everybody got their own.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, though, is that feeling.
Yeah.
Of, like, they're like, well, they're not. So, like, people got their own opinions, but they'll be like this. But that's why. Because they're so scared, people, that if they don't do something, they're going to overdose and die from fentanyl.
Yeah.
And that is the thought right there that gets people to keep getting high.
Yeah.
It's like they'll get out and they'll be waiting to get the Vivitrol shot, or they'll be or somebody. But the people that do get it, the reason why they're on it is because of that. Like, I gotta get on something, because if not, I'm going to go back to this. And I know I met a kid that overdosed 23 times. Like, literally wow, that was close, he said. Like, yo, bro, you're talking about somebody's life. Like, wow, that was close. Who got my wallet? Like, bro, I met some insane people. But I said to a dude, like, one time, he was like, dude, I don't want to die.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, why are you going to die? You're sober. He said, if I'm not on something, dude, that's going to curve my appetite, that's it. Like an appetite to do fentanyl, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to live without it.
I know.
And that's scary, bro.
And I'll tell you, in my opinion, what separates.
Now you're on nothing right now.
Nothing.
You ain't on Vivitrol no more. You don't do that.
No.
But it gave you that gap too.
I did it for like 3 months. And
my bad, I didn't even interrupt you. I was just curious. Like,
it
gave you that gap to where you felt like
3 months.
sturdy.
Yeah,
going
because
to AA
like
and all that.
Thinking even like, all right, so I went to rehab, which I don't advise to this, but I only went for like 2 weeks, right? And so I even remember like leaving that day. I was kind of like, as soon as I left, I was driving, and I was like, man, I fucked up. Like, I don't think I should have left.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ready. And I got home, and as soon as I walked in the door, I got my days fucked up because my girl was working off, and she has a day off. And I remember walking in, and she was sitting at the table eating with my kids, and just looked at me, and I was like, "Oh fuck,
Oh, like, what are you doing home?
yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you here?"
At least you didn't walk in and something bad was going on.
Nah.
He's like, and she was upstairs.
Yeah,
No,
nah, she was right there sitting there. She was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
yeah.
And I was like, "Oh shit." And I was like, "Oh, she's yelling at me." And I remember sitting there and being like, "Man, I'm about to just go get high. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with this."
I already left.
Yeah,
Re-up,
I'm
yeah.
already up. It is what it is. I still got my job. Nobody will know if I just start off small. Nobody will know. And I was like, "No, I can't. And I ended up calling my dad, like panicking.
Did you go to a meeting with your dad that day?
No, I went to his house, and then he got home, and I think I was so nervous that I think I just locked myself in his in one of his bedrooms and just sat there.
Yeah.
And just counted the time.
Responsibility was laying on you. You were like, whoa, everything's chaotic. It's moving too fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I remember I needed 2 days. And sitting there.
Dude, I heard of people leaving Beacon Point down on the Allegheny Ave.
Yeah.
And going and copping.
Yeah.
And going back, bro, like not like trying to get in.
Yeah. Yo,
not knocking,
scary,
but
man.
I'm just joking. But like I'm saying, like, yo, I made a mistake. Let me come back. They're like, nah,
you can't.
Can't do it. Can't do that.
Yeah, and that's where I was on my ride home. I was like, man, I fucked up. Because even I was sober and all, and I was just looking at I think I was just so focused on time because I knew, that's what I was getting at. I think like what people don't understand is how long it takes for your brain even to like kind of see and think normal. Like people think like maybe like what, week, 2 weeks, like now months, and it's hard when you're first coming.
Dude, I got 12 years sober. I'm still not normal.
Yeah, but even like
straight up though.
No, even exactly.
I'm off of drugs. I'm not thinking about using.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm not.
And
I'm not we've been talking, bro. I got John. Give a shout out, John, from behind the camera. What's up, guys? Yeah, John's over there. John's a little tired today, but John just showed us a thing. It said an hour and 15 minutes we've been on here talking. But the thing is, though, is every time like I'm listening. Dude got a good story though, so you know it is what it is. But yeah, like I'm not normal.
No,
and that's okay though.
Yeah,
like it ain't like a bad not normal. I'm saying I don't know what a bad normal I don't know what a bad not normal would be.
No, I understand.
But well, I guess there is though. I mean, you know what saves me, dude, is being involved in recovery. Like even when I don't want to, because straight up, dude, I'll feel uncomfortable going to meetings and I'll stop going. And I have been to that point to where, dude, I hung out on Broad Street, dude, outside. I tried to get back in there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And I still have a problem with it, but like now I try to at least make meetings, you know what I mean? Like I might kid around, I might joke, whatever. I don't know, but I know that I don't ever want to leave it.
No.
Because that's the unnormal I want. Like if that's my problem, I'm doing all right, you know what I mean? Like
and well, see, and a lot of the things is I think people that aren't drug addicts are just so much better at hiding it. Like, I don't think anybody's genuinely normal. Because even a lot of people that I consider
what
normal.
What is normal, though?
Exactly.
You know, it's like, what? People look at people with a 9 to 5. Or you know, make dinner, feed their kid. Like, that's normal. All right, that is normal.
Yeah.
Or is it what you're supposed to do?
Exactly.
As a human being, I guess. Now, that's a guideline. That's a flat-out dead guideline. Like, I called my buddy, I was on Facebook. Were you watching that? And I said, if you have one thing you would want to tell the people while you're on the phone call right now, what would you say? He said, if you want to do things that, what did he say? He said, if you want to get things that you never had, do things that you never did.
Yeah.
And hung up.
Yeah. That's actually
you know what I mean? Like you sit around and do everything normal. You're just going to live the way, normal. Like, all right, so you're doing what everybody else does. You're going to get the same results everybody, gets. So how do you do things that are outside the box?
Yeah.
Do things that you never even thought you could do that are outside the box. Stop looking in this little circle.
Yeah.
So all right. And so anyway, so right now I know you're in the union.
Yeah.
Right? That's important. And you go to work every day.
Yeah.
You're a hard worker.
Yeah.
Now you have goals?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Do you
have
write them
goals.
down, or you just
Yeah,
got them in your?
I
You
do.
do. I
I
write
do.
my goals down. I think it's
do.
very important for a human being
I
to
do.
write his goals down.
Yeah.
You have dreams.
Yeah.
Dreams without goals ain't nothing.
Yeah.
They're just thoughts.
There's a lot of things that even a lot of my goals are stupid, small. They're small.
I got my goals written out as 1 year.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
1 year, 5 years, 10
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Then I mean, like the 1 year, like there was a time when I finished all my goals in a year.
Yeah.
And I was scared to write them again.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what I was going to try to
Yeah.
do, because I've reached limits that I never even
Yeah.
could accomplish. So I was like, dude, and it was getting stagnant though. Like,
Yeah.
well, what do I do? Like, I noticed anything you write down that you're trying to do in your goals, usually you succeed and do them.
Easily too.
Yeah.
Like it just makes it easy. And I think I chalk myself up and I consider myself losing before I even tried. And that was one of my biggest problems, was me just sitting there thinking, yeah, but I couldn't do that.
You were a failure?
Yeah.
You weren't failing, you were a failure.
No, I was a failure.
You just weren't trying.
Yeah, I wouldn't try.
You were just like, nah, I can't
Because
do
I
it.
was so scared to fail that I wouldn't even try.
Yeah.
If I didn't think I could guarantee do it easily.
So your message is what? If you have something to try it anyway. Fail, it don't matter.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Why not?
What's it, Thomas Edison with the light bulb, right? They said that they said he tried he tried 1,000 ways. He figured out 999 ways to mess up, and he figured out the right way to do it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The biggest thing for me is that even still, there's still people that tell me that I can't do things.
What do you say to them people?
Okay.
Now.
Okay. I just tell them okay.
Yeah, watch me.
I'm not going to entertain them because sometimes I do think that I can't do it. But if I even give that thought and entertainment, then I'm not going to be able to do it because I get scared myself. Sometimes I am scared that I will fail.
So on a realistic level, me sitting across from you, dude, I'm going to tell you, like, I ain't going to tell you, like, yo, you could build a jet.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, dude, you can do anything you put your mind to.
Yeah.
So, like, and that, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Like, like, there's a lot of people out there, yo, you can't do it, you can't do this. Oh, that's stupid. Don't try that. People did that. They failed. Yeah. Listen, what other people do is none of my concern. What I am trying to do, not even doing, but what I'm trying to do, I'm doing it. Yeah. Like, you ain't telling me I can't do it. If a lot of people I noticed that they're telling you can't do something, that's the thing you want to do. Yeah. Because they're scared. You can't let somebody else's fears deter you from doing what you are determined to try to get done.
Yes. And I think that's my biggest thing would be just because they can't, don't mean you
can. I'm saying you can.
Yeah, and because
a real friend will tell you try it, see what happens.
Exactly, and that's the biggest thing that I try and surround myself with today is people that tell me what I have to hear, not what I want to hear. Yeah. So that's I guess if that's what I would say.
All right, and last year, three goals that you completed.
Last year?
This year.
This year?
Being sober, like coming up on a year, 3 goals that you have written down that you completed. Not like the little ones, but like good ones.
So buy a house. Mm-hmm. We just bought a house.
Congrats on that. Look at that.
Thank you.
That's a union money.
Yeah. I guess go to Puerto Rico. Okay. That was one of my goals. And what else was another one of my goals? Well, I bought my own truck. And that was a little goal I had to actually buy and own.
That's a pretty big goal.
Buy and own a vehicle.
No, that's pretty big.
I mean, it's not great, but.
What do you mean, the truck ain't?
Yeah.
It don't matter.
I mean, it's good.
Is it your truck?
Yeah, it's mine.
Did you not have a truck?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got a truck?
Yeah, I bought it.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all right. And 3, I ask everybody, 3 things in life that you stand by, values.
Integrity. Values that respect and loyalty. Yeah. I think my biggest thing is loyalty. If I love you, then I love you, no matter what. I don't care what you've done. I don't care who you are. I care about you as a person
Wrong,
and
right,
who
or
I
indifferent.
see.
Wrong, right, or
Yeah,
indifferent. You
and
stand
who
by
I
them.
see you can be.
Yeah.
I don't care what you're doing or what you have done. I care about what you can be.
Yeah.
And that's really all I care about.
You know the people that they say are lost causes?
Yeah.
And like, that they're the people I love.
Yeah.
Straight up. That's why I love getting people that go to rehab from like Kensington and got messed up down there. Like, you know, because they look at that problem as that. I look at that as like, yo, them people can succeed. I see them people turn into millionaires. If people are looking at money, I seen them people be respectful to their kids, get their kids, do things with their kids, have a great life. Like not even on the money level.
Yeah.
Because everybody looks at like a person valued on their money.
Yeah.
You could have tons of money and be a fucking, you know, piece
Most
of
of
shit.
them aren't.
You know,
Most of them aren't.
Well, you know, I'm just saying. So who is the person with nothing?
Mm-hmm.
What are they when they have something?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been accused of being too nice. I don't know if that's true or not. I let the people say. But what I do know is this is dude, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop.
No.
I'm not gonna stop. Like this is cool, but I'm not gonna stop doing what I'm doing because I know that it helps people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's important. And like that's how I met you though. It's like just being involved, going to places, talking to people, listening to what they, you know, a lot of stuff you talked about, I know some, a lot of it I didn't.
Yeah.
And that's when you meet a person. But if there was something that you would like to say to the people, like the people that are watching that, like maybe got 30 days, maybe got whatever, or struggling, you know, whatever.
Just keep trying. You know, you never know when it's the right time. It could be right now. Just because you relapse doesn't mean that it's over. I'll be honest, I used to think that drugs and alcohol were the only way that I was going to have fun and that I was going to meet new people. And I've met better people and had more fun not doing any drugs or any alcohol because I know if other people have things in their system, it may change the way they talk or the way they act. When you don't have anything in your system, that is the true you. I met my best friends in AA, and just keep trying. Don't give up on yourself. If you're going to do anything, just keep going. Don't stop. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, good shit. And what I would want to say is, don't ever let nobody tell you anything, dude. It's a thinking problem. It's not a drinking and drug problem. The drugs are, you know, and the drinking is only a symptom. After you get sober, like he just said, that's when your head kicks into action. That's when you start thinking. That's when things seem overwhelming. And when you conquer that, dude, you feel better about yourself. But thanks everybody for listening. Like I do every episode, you know what I mean? Thanks, Kev, for coming out, dude. It was a pleasure listening to you, bro. Pleasure listening to you. And you know, and it's good that you have a year. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the bell notification, tell people, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Go on Facebook. We got a Evolution of Recovery Facebook page. Go on there. We want as many followers as we can. And yeah, dude, we're not trying to get rich off of this, but what we're trying to do is have somebody get rich off of living life and have, you know, priceless things. You know what I mean? So we want people to know they can do this. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.